you gonna take me to court, Louis? That's what I thought they just broke up.
Where's she gonna say, Louis?
Louis?
How you gonna pick her up, Louis?
Louis?
And
Whole
who said,
house.
Louis?
Hey,
Welcome back.
what do you do?
Hey
We're
guys.
back with another episode. Welcome to Not That Complicated. How you guys doing? Everyone listening, hope you guys are doing swell. Happy Martin Luther King
I'm
Day.
doing amazing.
Day we're recording. Black people,
The best
Black power.
to ever do it.
Who? You or MLK Jr.?
Black people.
Oh, got it.
Sure, what she was going with he there. I was like, ooh.
She said black
Who
people.
exactly are we
and I was
talking?
like, the best to ever do it.
My bad. You know, the lag. It was a little laggy, so I wasn't quite sure what part you were referring to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Right,
let's get into it.
We're gonna do a would you rather today. I think it's funny. Would you rather have a nose that continuously grows, it does not end, or would you rather have ears that continuously grow?
Doesn't this actually happen in real life though?
I don't know that.
I think your nose
I think
and
your
ears
ears and yours.
No. I mean to an abnormal size, not like just normal growth.
Oh.
Like it grows out every day. You mean that?
Well, I just know they never stop growing as you
Well,
grow.
now I'm gonna measure my nose.
But my
and
ears look the
every day.
same.
Yeah,
It only
that's
grows
like
like a little bit.
yeah, because
It's not like
nose.
you won't. It's not something you'll like track year by year. Like you'll just maybe decade by decade.
Oh,
because if you think about it, if it grows your whole life, then it's not going to be like these super noticeable differences in small time increments.
No.
So you're saying it grows with your face as
like,
you mature.
Correct. Okay, but that's not the type of growth I'm talking about. I'm talking about
You're talking about like Pinocchio,
like a growth. Yeah,
Dumbo,
like people get like on Dr. Pimple Popper where they have them big old things and they say it just grow and grow and grow. That's what I'm talking about. Like an issue. Not we can't tell. It's like, oh, we can tell. Your nose is 4 feet wide.
Oh, it's going wide or going long?
I mean, we're Black. Ours would probably go wide.
You would look like you have pregnant nose, like
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm going with ears.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna pick ears
because you could cover your ears
with hair. But I mean, if they grow,
depends on how big them things.
Your nose is like the middle of your face, like
literally the middle of your face. Imagine your nose being all the way out here.
That's not cute.
But what if our life has become wear a mask?
I'm not gonna be always wearing a mask. My life.
I'm not gonna be wearing a mask in my house. I'm not gonna be wearing a mask when I take a picture.
Oh, because then you're just gonna get scared when you see yourself.
Be like, ah! I don't want to take a picture. I don't want to broadcast that.
We all pick ears. I don't mind having dumbo ears, and then maybe if you get big ears, then you can like start flapping them and learn how to fly.
All right, she's going to jail. She's going to jail. I hope she knows.
It might be turn into something practical.
Like, or even also, you're saying we're just evolving. Evolving
you're evolving
as time goes.
Not everybody, only you.
Only okay. So I'm the chosen one that gets to evolve.
Who knows? It could talk to another freak. All right.
Interesting. Pop culture.
Pop culture.
So who would like to go
Anybody going
first? Who's
first?
first on the dockets?
It's never me.
It is really never you. I'll go. Um, so actually, it has to do with what you mentioned before we started recording, actually, Tasia, but not exactly that. So, Sage the Gemini and Supa have been dating for a hot little minute now. And recently, um, they mutually decided to take each other's pictures off of social media for reasons that they came to as a couple. My question is, let's say you are in a relationship and your boyfriend just deletes every mention of you. If your thumb is in the picture, he delete that too. Like, just deletes every picture of you or you and him on his Instagram, and there was never a conversation about it. And like y'all's relationship is going completely fine, like there's nothing going on. He just deletes everything randomly one day. What would be your response?
I'm gonna assume that he wanna get bitches on Instagram now.
Yeah, I'm
If all
assuming
of a
that.
sudden,
Yeah, nah. You obviously somebody must have been paying you some attention, and you like that shit. So now you're like, oh, let me see if I can
mm,
get some more attention from some other bitches, and let me go ahead and delete this. There's no other
mm,
explanation. There's no other explanation.
Yeah,
You
because
couldn't tell me any other explanation.
yeah,
I feel like a
especially
guy
if
would
you're a
try to be
social.
like, oh, I want my page to look a certain way now, or I for like business reasons or whatever the case. But it's like, you didn't
You
feel this
can
way when
get
you were
You can,
business just
posting.
fine.
yeah, you can migrate. You can, okay, yeah, you can keep the pictures that we used to have. We don't have to take any. We don't have to. You don't have to add any more.
Anymore, right? Yeah, I
That's what
agree.
normal people do.
I agree. And I also,
If you're trying
I
to be a
think
cheater on
it
Instagram,
depends. Hey, they want to be a cheat on everywhere. I also think, especially if you're like a
facts.
social media person and you're one of those people who post everything about your everyday life, and then that's the one thing you draw a line at, it's like,
That's
yeah,
very weird. I could get it
Mm-hmm.
if when we got together, you were a private
you
person
are,
and you kept private,
yeah,
like you kept your social media to a very, very, very surface level. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But
hmm
if all of a sudden you have a change of heart, you can go to hell.
I had a shiver.
Oh my goodness. Looks like she had a conniption over there. But not dead ass. That's not gonna work for me in my household.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I'm be
And I
like,
wonder why they said.
archive
Did they
all
say
that
why they
shit.
said that? Did they?
Um,
Because I mean, Super Scent doesn't have that many boundaries on social media. I don't know about
Yeah,
Sage
so
the
like I'm
Gemini.
confused as to why
What?
they
Like maybe
said
it's
this is
just
only
coming up.
deleted our pics because I don't want to be measured by the internet. This is real life love, and I don't want it to be mixed up.
I feel like
Raynell and
now
Dominic.
who the hell about those people?
That's a
Well, don't
sorry ass
nobody know.
excuse.
That's them.
Don't
That's their
Literally,
real names.
I know, but why the hell they putting that on Instagram? No, don't nobody know who the hell that
nobody know
is.
that by yet. You should have been signed
Like,
super in Gemini.
literally. Now I have to go look up Sage the Gemini because ain't he do red nose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold
She gonna
on.
shake
Mm.
it like a red nose. Like a
That
red
didn't even
nose.
make sense, but we went with it.
Cause I
You already
always just
know me,
assumed, yeah.
SAGE.
How old is
Like
Super
a
Scent?
like a red nosed reindeer.
I
Cause
thought he was
Literally,
talking about a
I knew.
dog. Like a red nosed pit bull.
red nosed pit bull shake it.
I think
Yeah.
they when they shake their noses, like they go like that's what I
She done got
always
her a
took it
younger
as.
man, y'all.
He
Oh, look
younger?
at her. She was born in 1988. He was born in 1992. Oh,
Mm.
but I think he a Gemini. Oh,
I would, yeah, I think that's why his name is that, you know. Yeah.
I was.
Ooh. He's not a
Mm,
Pisces.
mm. I'm afraid of
Well, I'm gonna
them.
pray for her because
Yeah.
Gemini men.
And then
Ooh.
you said their
Hey
names. What
girl.
did you say their names were again?
Raynell and Dominic.
Do you know that I had them switch? Um, I thought
Is Dominic
she,
super
no. She's right now.
right now? Okay, that's what I thought. But when you said you had him
I
switched, I
thought
was
you
like,
said,
well,
yeah. Before I thought you said Dominique, but now that I know that you said Dominic, it makes more sense. I was like,
gotcha.
so I was like, His name is Dominique. Okay, your turn, Deja.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all
Dominique.
know, Mr. Plies himself got him some new teeth. He let go of the slugs. And also, I don't appreciate how everybody was acting like they didn't know Plies was fine with the slugs, okay? Is it just me?
He been fine.
I know it's
No,
not
no,
just
no,
me. Okay.
no. It's
But everybody was
absolutely
coming
not.
out talk about some like, oh my gosh, is Plies fine? I'm like, where the hell y'all been? Where were y'all when
I'm
Buster
giving them
Baby was out?
space. Listen, true. Okay.
Like,
Can I please talk to my little?
my
Yeah, I like
Buster Baby.
real quick. Okay,
Please.
but I. The only thing I would say is I'll give people grace because when people have permanent goals in their mouth, it just makes me think that their breath stinks.
Yes, I
It's
do
like
agree.
metal.
I do agree. It
So,
does give that same vibe. But I tried to like look past that. I looked past
but
that.
I understand why some people don't want to look past that.
Yeah, yeah. I can
So
see it.
because do
Then
you
I also realized people, not everybody find that attractive. Like me
try to?
personally,
Yeah,
I like me a country ass nigga with some gold teeth.
that's because you're ghetto.
Well,
There's that.
So,
no
but yeah,
denying it.
Plies mine. And they were like comparing him to all these people. They put Plies, uh, Kirk Franklin, and then Zoe, the Eve
Yeah.
had dread.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was
Uh,
like, so all three of these people are like, he did
like,
look like Zoe with his new teeth.
with his new teeth,
He
yeah.
did.
But I like his new teeth. I was like, okay,
I do
flies.
too.
Mr.
They
Busted
not too
Baby
like they
himself.
ain't too big and
Mm-hmm.
scary
Yeah, they
looking
fit his
because
mouth.
yeah,
Yes.
we got a case of big teeth. They be getting
Yeah.
them and they be
The
hella white.
rabbits.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
on dentist pages like the who do like the veneers and composite fillings. Why do they let these people get hella white teeth and just so they can have yellow teeth in the back right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that. I feel like
And
if you're in the service like that, you should have some discernment and be like, hey, I'm not doing that
you
shit.
should
Just
say
like some
no.
doctors will
Yeah,
be like, I'm not doing that shit if you want these big ass titties.
yes, titties.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing that. You could go to someone
because
else, but I'm not doing that.
they're because some teeth they don't look bad and they fit the mouth, but they're just so white. It
Too
looks
white.
unnatural. Like
Just like,
you
damn.
got
Okay.
nail
Chip Skylark.
polish. Like literally, do you
Uh,
have nail polish on your teeth? What happened?
Is that white out? Is that white out? Like, what's going on? Yeah, hell
They
no.
got yellow teeth.
Everybody gotta have a
Hey,
little tinge of yellow,
congratulations.
like a little off white.
Please.
That's like the natural white. Like if you actually have
Yeah.
white teeth, your teeth are like a little,
What is it? Eggshell.
it's a little eggshell. Exactly, it's a little eggshell. You're like, what you got over there? I got eggshells. What you got? I got pure white. You're like,
No.
nope,
Nah.
no, thank you. It's not gonna work for me. Mm-mm.
What you gotta
All right,
do?
Jametra, you're up.
I like it.
I feel like
I thought you found one, but she was like, "Okay, I'm ready." I thought she found one.
Oh, because I thought you heard
she
me
was just
say.
ready to get the episode started.
I thought you heard me say, "Give me one," and I thought she was
Oh
doing it.
no, I did not hear you say that. Whoops. Well,
Ooh. Well, I
Jametra,
don't got
another
one.
week where Jametra doesn't have one. Woo! I
I'll
get to
have
Y'all
one
just
rise.
put
Not
me
next
at this
week.
really.
point.
Whatever. I'll have one next week. Count on it.
Mad that you put me on.
Okay, sure you will. All right, so let's get into the topic. If you cannot tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about love, and you may be asking yourself, Tasia,
Love.
what the fuck? Okay, thank you. Happy New Year. So you may be asking yourself, what is a Millenial-Zer? But let me break it down to you real quick. So all three of us up here, we are either, depending on whichever graph you look at, we're either millennial or we're Gen Z. And we just feel like we resonate with like both in just different aspects.
Yeah.
Sometimes the millennials be on that weird shit and be like, I
Yeah,
can't relate
they
to
be
that,
so
you old ass
old.
person. Can't relate to that.
Literally.
And sometimes the Gen Zers, they be doing that weird shit too. And it's just like, I don't know about that. So
I'm
we're
not
like,
eating Tide Pods. Like
yeah,
stuff like
we're
that.
right on the cusp. So I decided to, for those that are like us, this is for you. It's going out to all the ladies across the world. Okay, whoops, let me get my questions
Born in
out. Where'd I
96.
go? 96, baby. Yes. Okay, so the first question is, what does love look like to you? To you.
Y'all go first.
To me, love looks like, I'm assuming you mean romantically.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
To
we're talking
me,
about, Amy.
love looks like someone who wakes up every day and chooses me and chooses to show up for me in
Hmm. I
the
agree.
different ways that I need it. And it's not going to be the same every day, but, and also just someone who's engrossed in my aura. Like, you can't wait to see me and spend time with me and hear my voice and feel my touch and see what ways you can make me smile today. Like, and also beyond that, loving every part of me, not just the parts that, not just my highlight reels, you know, me.
Agree. Hey, now you go,
Okay, with
Taylor.
the Amen choir. Okay, I would like to second everything Morgan said and then also add, someone that is selfless,
Yeah.
that doesn't snaps. That
Amen.
is, that is a leader that is willing, to sacrifice things in the name of their family, if that is what you all have, that thinks
Mm.
ahead, thinks for the growth of the family, thinks of the growth of you together. Is always thinking ahead of you all as a unit. They are you two. They acknowledge you as separate, but they are always thinking of you guys together growth. If that makes sense. That is love for
Yeah,
me. For me.
I agree with both. I agree because when you were talking, I was like, all the times that I thought I was in love with somebody, I became real submissive and real domesticated and real stay at home wife girl. And normal me, not that.
She's not.
Just
She's
me,
totally
just
the
by my.
opposite.
Oh, okay, settle down.
But I do
I,
think love does kind of change you, and not even in a bad way. But
yeah.
when you're with someone who is dominant and is a real leader, then you're okay with letting them lead because it's like you know what you're doing. So I can
Yeah.
let you have it. It's fine.
I'm gonna let you have it.
It's
I'm gonna
these
let you have
men
it.
who have no qualities of a leader, who are very confused themselves, who are
Ooh,
very weary and want you to lean on them and submit to them. And it's like, you don't even know what you're doing
hallelujah.
next year.
Woo,
You want me to get on
Ooh,
your brain?
hallelujah. It's them. It's those
praise the Lord.
giving beta. It's giving beta when they want alpha, and it's like,
Um,
no, no,
that's the talk to us. If they say, "Oh, I'm an alpha male," you already know they beta as fuck.
they're not.
Oof.
Because if you have
It's like ah,
man,
zip
that's
it. If you have to exclaim what you are, I already know you ain't it. You're probably the complete opposite if we're keeping it a buck. So you can
You're
just keep that.
almost positively the opposite.
It's
Like, oh,
like,
I wear a size
no,
9. Okay, you don't. You wear a size 9.
you're a 7.
Got
Got it. Okay, cool. Got
it.
it. Got it. You have little feet. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, do you believe, okay, now that we know what love looks like for us, do you believe that someone can love you that way that we all explained and cheat on you?
yes, because it's happened.
Oh, well, baby, I said fuck no.
Yeah, well, I said no.
I said
Because
no.
for me, I would say for me, cheating is a hard boundary for me. That is no thinking about it, it's no coming back for me. Just in my life and how I live. People say,
Mhm,
don't say what you're not. No, 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 no. I can say this with certainty. That
mhm.
is a hell no for me. I didn't see no. So if for you to already know that about me, you can't claim that you love me and then do something like that. And then what am I supposed to do?
I
Come
used
back?
Exactly.
I used to think that way. But then I lived a little more, and I experienced a little more, and I realized like, okay, someone can love me to degrees and ways I never thought possible, and do things for me to degrees I never thought possible, and still be the same person who hurts me. Like, I didn't think that that was possible until it happened. And it was like,
But
oh,
I'm a,
someone can do
I'm
all of these things and be all of these things and still be the person who hurts me in the long run. Like, it's very possible.
I'm gonna say this: in your situation, you give him space because you're like, oh, he was going through something. And the way I'm looking at it is, if you're going through something, your immediate reaction is not to look for that. I don't know what is it called, that fix, that feeling to get better. You're not looking to get better from someone outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're trying to get, do you get what I'm
Wait,
saying?
are you
I don't know.
saying like the way he tried to like recover from the situation, he should
Yeah,
have
and not
looked
even.
to
Yeah, go.
me for like that support, I'm guessing?
Not even necessarily look to you, but if you had to go out somewhere else to and where it's cheating, then yeah, what was, not to say like, oh, what it was wrong with me, but obviously I'm lacking something that's not for you. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but it's also like I also think that my personal experience is not the normal everyday.
Yeah,
Um
that's not.
Yeah.
so I have to like think a different way.
But don't, but also don't think that, because people, these niggas will say, I was fighting demons. I was going through this
Oh
is
yeah,
why I did
that
that.
that
Nigga, you
that
That's
are the
what they
demon.
do.
Shut the
that
fuck
I do
up.
know. But I don't think that he did what he did to get over what he was going through. I think he did what he did as a byproduct of what he was experiencing. And as I say, um like we both changed as people, and I became a different person and I made bad decisions. They just aren't decisions that you can see today. Whereas
Mm.
his, you go see it forever. So it's like, and also that's not an excuse or justification. That's just the real of the situation. And I feel like since we know the timeline and we know that there was a very close proximity in the time that the event occurred and him doing what he did with her, it's like it's not like he stopped loving me in that short amount of time. It's not like um everything about how he felt about me changed. He just did something else. I don't know. Am I making
And
sense?
I'm not saying, yeah, and I'm not saying that he don't love you. I'm just saying it's not in the way that you see love. It's not the way that you're receiving love. You know what I'm? So it's
Yeah,
not that he
but that's the
doesn't love
thing.
you.
It's like up until that I was. So it's like
Mm.
it's kind of like in the blink of an eye. Well, literally, everything changed.
Mm.
So it's like I go from um everything's great, things are great, love him, gonna marry him. Boom. Oh wow. 180. What's going
Mhm.
on? What is this?
Mhm.
Go, Tasia.
What are we doing? Yes, Deja, please.
Um, so me personally, I think it's a hell no. And I've heard a lot of people explain why they think otherwise, and it just doesn't, for me, I just don't see it. It doesn't make sense because I feel like if, for me, I've been cheated on and I've taken the person back, and I know me, I'm never doing that shit again. I can't. I've done it, and shit's for the birds. It's pretty fucking ghetto if you ask me, and I don't advise. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. Um, but the reason why I feel like you can say you love me. You can say, I love you, I love you,
Yeah.
I just did that. But there is no way in hell that you could disrespect me like that. That is the ultimate disrespect. because you know what you get into when you're in a relationship. You don't step out on someone and do things like that to hurt someone. That hurts people. Like that breaks
Yeah,
people's hearts. You don't do that to someone you love. You can say you love me after the fact. You can say it was a mistake. You can say all
right.
that shit, but your actions show that you do not. You can there's
Yeah.
no it's like it's not that's like me saying
Then it's like,
I love animals, but then whenever I see a puppy, I kick it. It's like it's
kick it.
not
Right.
making sense.
Yeah. And then it's like you also obviously you don't care about my well being because you're going over there fucking this girl. And then I know before you came back over here trying to fuck on me, you were not getting tested. You
Exactly.
were not doing nothing. You weren't
Exactly.
doing none
So
of that.
it's just a
So it's
lot of
like
things that's
you
not
don't care
love.
about my emotional well being and you don't care about my physical well being, obviously.
And at that point, you need to be sent to the dirt. Okay. You need to be sent to the dirt. That's why when I get married, I'm taking marriage very seriously. Because if you cheat, I'm not going to be one of the people, we've been together for 30 years, I'm staying. No, if you cheat, that is it.
No.
That is it. I don't care if we have all these kids. I don't care. That is it. Because you knew from the beginning that shit right there is a hard boundary. And if you fuck that up, just like if you were to put your hands on me,
Hmm. Yeah. That's what I
just
was like. That's what I think. Some people don't. They look at it as two different things. They were like, "Oh, cheating is one thing, but abuse is another thing." And to me, they all going together. The
mm-hmm.
cheater and the abuser out the door.
X-nay. And
Y'all
I'm
can
not saying
hang
this
out
to shame
together.
people that
Yeah,
do believe the opposite of
that's
me, or
your
I'm not
business.
to say this to shame people that take back cheaters, because like I said, I've done it before. I just know for me and my experiences, the trust will never be the same. I used to think that, trust is earned, you can build it back up. But honestly, just from personal experiences, I just don't think that shit could be built back up. I tried it, didn't really work. It's always going to be something. It's always, because if you do it once,
Hmm.
it's probably a little bit easier for you to do it again. And I feel like me taking you back is sending the message that I say that this is okay, because I'm
I
gonna take you
agree.
back.
Okay, here's the thing. My answer is complex. I agree with y'all wholeheartedly when it's two clear-minded people. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, and this isn't even necessarily in regards to like my personal experience, but like
Hmm.
I just know when you're in a mental state that is very foggy, unclear, you're not yourself, you make decisions that you wouldn't normally make.
Mm-hmm.
And you can like have these feelings for someone, but not really act the way you should or do the things you should do. And like I said, this isn't even
Mm-hmm.
specific to me, it's
Hmm.
just things I've seen. So it's
Yeah.
like, I agree. If you're with someone and they're like in a good headspace, they're clear headed, then no, you can't possibly think like that it's okay for you to do it. And not even that it's okay, even if you're going, let's say you're depressed or you're going through, something like that. I'm not saying it's okay then. I'm just saying you do make different choices and you do behave differently, not necessarily how you would want to or like to. But if you're a
Mm-hmm.
clear headed nigga,
I'll say I'm sorry to say, but
Yeah.
the only I was trying to think of a situation, but the only like mental health problem that I would be like, okay, they did this because of this, so all this is
Schizophrenic.
somebody going through an actual state of psychosis. Like that is the only reason where I can see where okay, you can dissociate from your emotions and your feelings enough
Mm-hmm.
to is a state of psychosis or
And
manic.
then it's like, at what
But
point? At one point, are you mature enough to know that you're going through something, so you need to get out of this relationship because you are no longer behaving or
yeah,
acting as you were once. It's like,
yeah, that part you
if
do
you loved me enough, you would
absolutely.
know to step back.
yes,
Yeah.
You would know that you're incapable of loving me the correct way that I want and need to be loved.
Yeah,
And
I
that's where
think
that selflessness
I
comes
think you
in,
do have
because
to
you're
take
being
that
selfish,
accountability.
nigga.
If you are going through something and you're mentally not in a good place and you're susceptible to, cheating, because, when someone's depressed, like a lot of people, they aren't forward thinking. They don't think that they might not think that they're worth the relationship, or that they can't think so forward. They don't have any forward thinking to where they feel like this relationship could possibly work, because they can't even think that far. So they make a rash
Mhm.
decision because it's like, oh well, we're not going to make it anyway. It's like if that's where you're getting, then you need to let the person you're in a relationship know, I'm not mentally in a space where I
Mm-hmm.
can provide the love and care that you deserve. Now, when you're married, obviously, um, can't really do that. I feel like you have to figure it out. Therapy, separate, together, whatever's going to work. Because hopefully it's just a season. I know some people struggle like just all the time with depression and stuff like that, but hopefully it can be a season for some people. So hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
when you're married, you can
Mhm.
work that out.
Yeah. And hopefully you work it out before you go sticking your dick in other people.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Because I feel like before you can blame it on depression or anxiety or trauma,
Yeah.
you should have communicated to your partner well beforehand. I'm dealing with it,
Exactly.
and we need to figure out how to get
We
me
need
some
to
help.
figure this out. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's where that selflessness comes into hand. Okay?
Yeah.
You're thinking of
Because
us
that's
as a
not like
unit.
even if you're out of your mind, you're going through it, you're doing whatever. Why you ain't thinking about me when you was doing this? You knew it was gonna
It's
affect
supposed to be the
me.
love of
What
your life.
happened? Look, what happened?
What
Why you so drunk that you
happened?
forgot about me? Like,
Like, yeah. Yeah, it's real interesting. Okay, so next question.
okay.
Do you believe in love at first sight or just loving in a quick period?
Love at first sight? Hell no. Love it in a quick period? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I same.
I'm not living in
I
love
think
at first
yeah.
sight.
I don't
It,
think it's love at first sight because when it's love at first sight, they don't know it's love at first sight until a little bit of time. Even if it's a little bit of time, some time passed, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I was in love with you when you did this, this, and this." You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, so they just not right. I see you. I'm in love, and I'm aware that I'm in love with you. It's like, oh, we done been spending this time together, and then now we're looking back, and it's like, oh my God, I was in love with you that quick. So I
Mhm.
said,
you can't even love
quick
me.
time.
I'm looking at me. You don't know me. Because to say
Yeah.
you love me, Morgan, you cannot say you loved me from the second you saw me. You liked how I looked. You saw my outfit. You liked my makeup that day. You liked the way my hair was laid.
But what if
That's
your outfit was
love.
ugly? They
Huh?
don't know. What if they thought your outfit was ugly?
But I'm saying you didn't love me. You loved what you saw because you don't know
Mm.
me. If you didn't know
But
me,
what if they saw you? What if they saw you doing something like? What if their love language is acts of service, and they just saw you being this amazing person? You know, let's not say you was just sitting
as
there. Let's say
if
you
their
was doing
love
something.
language is acts of service, it would be acts of service to them, not me just being a nice person to somebody
Not
else.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
But
I
if
can
your
see
love,
how. As
if
a,
Yeah, because
but
if you see someone
yeah,
performing your love language, that makes you like them because
yeah,
you'll become more attracted because they're doing things that you would like in return. If that makes sense.
yeah.
I just don't think it's possible.
Well, I think for me
What you
personally,
mean?
I don't think love at first sight is going to happen. But I do think for others, it is possible. Like if Jametra or Morgan said that they love someone, I would not question it. I wouldn't be like, bitch, what the fuck? I would
From
be
just
like, oh
looking
my
at
gosh.
I'll say you better question me because y'all know
me
I'm a
because
I'm
little
just saying.
obsessive.
I'm just saying
I-
that is just me personally. I can see it for others happening. I'm all for it if it happens for someone else. Me personally, don't see that shit happening. Love in a quick period. Okay, that's more reasonable. I do think that's
yeah.
you know that's available for all people.
You
But
already
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's my two
define
cents.
quick.
I
Six
mean,
months. I'm just playing.
yeah,
I'm
like
just playing.
when I think of quick is like when I think quick can be
I
from
honestly,
like 2 weeks to
yeah,
like a
that's more what
year.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, okay. After
Yeah.
a year,
A year's
you
still
know
long.
what?
Okay, so like
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
gee.
So like
I'm
between
thinking more
two
the
weeks to
months, like
like
2 weeks
yeah,
and
like
like
6
6 months,
months.
like for
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Between 2 weeks, 6 months, in my eyes would be like a
quick
quickish.
time.
No, the beginning part is definitely quick as fuck. 2 weeks to
Yeah,
tell me you love me, that's quick.
That's
And
weird.
so I do think I
yeah.
think that's possible. I think it's possible. And
And I
hey,
say,
if you get that
you
kind of
say you
love,
can see that happen. You say you can see that happening for me. I would second guess myself. I now, okay, now I'm older. I'm wiser, but yes,
stronger.
I realize that I am very impulsive. So when I say, like, I'm like, oh, so something can happen, and I'm like, okay, this is the way my life is gonna go, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
go full force at it. I don't need any details. I don't need anything. I am very impulsive,
Mhm.
and then if it's something I really like, I like get obsessed with making it work. So I
Mhm.
was like, I can see how I could force something. So
Mhm.
don't believe
And
me if I
I'm
say
a
I'm in love.
little for love at first sight. Like
I was just saying, like,
I
I wouldn't guess. I wouldn't be like, you're like, why do you love him? That's impossible.
Boom.
That's
Oh, okay.
crazy. I wouldn't be like one of those. I wouldn't be negative about it. I would let you
Okay,
live
you
your
shouldn't
life.
do
I
that
would
to
be like,
anybody.
yeah. I
You
would be
shouldn't do
like,
that to
okay, who
anybody.
am I to question how you feel about someone else? That ain't me. I don't know what
Especially
y'all be
what your
talking
mama
about.
say. Don't take advice from nobody who don't got a man. Okay, that's what she
Period. So
said.
don't take advice from my ass, okay?
What?
huh?
What did
I
she?
what?
That's all I'm saying. What did she like? What? I had put her thing on mute.
I didn't tell you.
What's wrong with her? Come back. Take it off
Sorry.
mute. Let's go.
I'm sorry. I had to cackle.
You're
Woo.
dramatic.
All right. So do you think playing hard to get works?
What is playing hard to get?
I am hard to
Must
get.
I
Facts.
must I have a definition? Playing hard to get is like, you know somebody likes you, but you're just not you don't give in easily to them liking you or them approaching you or pursuing you. You know,
Mm.
you it's a little
I just
I just wanted
feel
clarification.
like everyone should
mhm.
be hard to get.
Yeah.
That's just how
See,
I feel.
I already do that, and that does not stop them.
Because I feel like if it's
So in that
too
case it does
easy
work.
for a guy to get with you and he didn't have to put no effort, it's kind of just like then you can
I think
expect
she
a
means
consistent
no
pattern of
effort.
real effort. Wait, what?
Do you mean like no? Do you mean like they don't put in
No, I
any
mean they
effort?
put in
I don't think you mean
like
that.
everyone's putting in effort, but it's more so
Yeah,
you. Are you putting
you.
back that same effort? Are you kind of drawing back to make it so you're not as available to said person? They're still putting in effort. It's just more
Are you
so what
basically
Yeah,
are you
playing like that
doing?
mental game, or
yeah.
Yeah.
being
That's
Yeah.
what.
genuine
That's what
like
I thought.
the mental game?
The
Yeah.
mental game.
I feel like with some guys it works.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If I don't like you already, I'll do that. But that's just because I really
Mhm.
want you to leave me alone. But you're nice to me, so I don't want to
But if
just be
it's
like,
a
leave me
man,
alone.
he go step up and be like, "What's up?" Because
Yeah.
I'm not going back and forth with you with these
Oh,
games. It's either you want me or you don't, and I'm showing you that I want you. And if he genuinely is, and then you just sitting there like,
Facts.
"Ooh, get it together before you lose a good man, sis," because they don't be coming by
oh,
often. So
yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. If I'm
It's
for real
true.
playing hard to get, it's because I don't really like you, and I just don't
Hmm.
want to be mean to you
Interesting.
and say I
yeah,
don't like you.
yeah.
'Cause
Honestly,
Hmm.
it's
I'll
not
only do
because
it if they're nice to me.
if I don't want you, then you're really not even doing nothing. You're probably blocked. If you keep pursuing me and I'm not interested, you can't even contact me. So if you're able to
So
contact
I'm not
me, then
saying not interested. You are interested.
Yeah.
You're just
yeah,
playing
and I'm
hard to
saying
get.
like I'm not.
So this is someone you do like. So take out the whole
Oh, so
they're
you
not doing
like
nothing. This
them?
is you're
I'm
No.
just playing hard to get.
yeah,
You're mentally playing.
mm, just in general, I would say I'm hard to
You don't
get,
think it works?
but I'm not gonna do mind games. Like
Yeah,
Mm.
I can see how it doesn't work because
She-
I don't know if it works or not. I'm not saying yes or no, but I can see how it doesn't work. Because if somebody keeps doing all this for you, they're putting all this effort, and then every time they turn around, you giving us like thanks, like you're not appreciative, you don't really care. I can see why it would make someone be like, well,
it
you got
shouldn't be
mad.
mental gymnastics
Yeah.
on either side. I feel like a guy should
Cause look
pursue
at her, she
you.
must be doing it. Who you doing
No,
that
a
to?
guy, this is how I feel. If a
No.
guy wants you, he should pursue you, give you effort,
Yeah.
show you that he wants to be with you, however you want that to be shown. As far as if a guy is doing all of these things, I'm not gonna be, emotionally manipulating him just
Yeah.
for shits and giggles. Like, for what? Now, have
I
I
can't say I have not
emotionally
done that.
manipulated men in the past? Yes, but they were already my boyfriend. But for someone trying to be with me, if I like you back and you're doing everything I needed you to do, okay, great.
I feel like I've done what Tasia is feeling like she's done. So,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna say
we'll
I
see.
think it works depending on the person,
Listen,
and the
okay.
way you do it. And the reason why I say this is because, like, I think it was like 2 years ago, I read this book called Why Men Love Bitches. And that is essentially playing hard to get. That book talks about playing hard to get, and it's just, and not in the essence of playing hard to get, but the reason why men are attracted to women that are not overly available to them, women that are
Mm-hmm.
not at their beck and call. Why to them they like that? Just as a generalization, men like the chase. Period.
Yeah.
So for some men, that will work better than you. And I'm pretty sure we've all had experiences. I've heard of times where, like, when the man gets you, he just is like, okay,
Stop
whatever, and doesn't
doing
do what he did to get you. So if you're continuously,
it.
like, if he calls you, you don't answer, but then you call him maybe like an hour later, be like, oh my bad, I missed your call. Like, you're not, something simple as that. Or like if he's like, say you guys
Yeah.
have
Oh,
plans
huh.
for dinner, if you have plans for dinner and he cancels, like, oh, I can't make it, and then he's like, okay, what about tomorrow? And you're like, well, sorry, I'm busy. Can we do next Monday? You're not at his beck and everything he says you're not going with. You're like, sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
have my own life. Can't do that. I'll get you with you on Tuesday though. That doesn't work for you. Well, then next Wednesday works for me.
Yeah.
So
I think some men only want you because you're unavailable, or because they can't have you, or because they haven't been able to capture enough of your attention, or you disappear like after a
Mm-hmm.
certain point. And once they capture your attention and you give them the time and you give them the chance, everything about them changes. And I think they just don't, they didn't really want you. They just wanted, they loved the idea that you were a mystery and something that they couldn't get. And then once they got you, they don't feel the need to keep you. So
mhm.
I
Okay.
can see it.
And I feel like this question is a perfect segue into the last question. Is like, how do you feel about the statement, a man has to love a woman more for the relationship to work? And I feel like
yeah.
those two
Absolutely true.
coincide, because if I'm playing hard to get and you're putting forth this effort, in some way that is going to transcend into the relationship. You are going to,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say always, but you are going to have that oomph. Not saying you're going to love me a lot more. You're just going to love me. You can love me a little bit more. You're just going to love me more. Okay. Then I love you. And I feel like they just kind of go together. Like in the beginning, if you was doing all this and I was, and I agree wholeheartedly with that
I
statement.
think a
Wholeheartedly.
I
man's
do too.
more is a woman's regular, and that's why.
Facts.
Because we love
I
better,
agree.
we love harder, we love with more intent on a regular basis.
In a
Mm,
And
more
with
general
men, they have
basis,
to
we're
put
more
forth so
nurturing.
much extra effort just to do that. So it's
because men
like,
are selfish. Yeah.
Yes. Blah. Like socially, women are brought up to be more nurturing, to be more loving, to be more caring. Men are brought up the
Yeah.
complete opposite. So when that man is doing such, in a way, it's him kind of loving you more than you love him. Because I will give you a good example. This is not my personal example, but this is somebody that I know of. If Morgan knows Ashton, her dad, I would say, if you have ever been in the vicinity of when Ashton is talking to her dad, or like anything, you can tell that that man loves his wife, but it also transcends into how he treats his daughter. And that the way he treats Ashton is like, that's how you should treat. I'm like, I need that kind of love. Like, Ashton could just say something. He'll like, I think recently she must have mentioned something about like how her back hurts or something. He sent her a massage gun, a whole ass massage gun. I'm like, Anthony, you get
energy.
it. You get it. That is the energy I am talking about. That is the
Well, you
energy the
missed out
women
on
of my
having a daddy like
generation
that.
needs.
So,
That is the energy the
this,
women of my
Really, we
generation
all
need when it
did.
comes to love.
yeah,
Like,
you're not alone. We are.
like,
We, We can't
That is
blame
the
her.
energy I need the man to be coming with.
Yeah,
And it's just like,
I agree. And
and
that's
I'm
just
always saying
regularly
10
thinking
toes down
about
on
you.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're always, I don't know, it's just, it goes back to the definition of what I see love is you're forward thinking, you're thinking about us growing, it only makes sense that you love me a little bit more. Because when
They
it's the
have to.
opposite, it ends up becoming a mom-son kind of thing when it's the opposite. I don't know how or why. It
And
just
it can
ends up
happen
coming
real
into
quick.
that. Real fucking quick.
And we all
Real
just sitting there like, did I just do that?
Did I just
You really sit there, you like, did I just buy this man lunch and he hasn't even bothered to ask if I ate? No.
like,
Disgusting.
Like, and this is for the men that are probably like punching walls right now. This does not mean that we're saying that we are not gonna love men. We're just saying that they gotta love a little bit more for that shit to work. Like,
and that's
and not in the crazy way.
You, but you also
not
have
in
to
the
be
crazy
doing
way.
stuff for me as well.
Me, right?
Yeah,
not in the crazy way. Because some men, they can love you a lot, and it comes out crazy. Yeah, no. And you're just like,
we're talking about in healthy ways.
Don't stop that. Why are you on my third story window? Stop. I didn't invite you.
Why are you banging on my door? Please. I said I wasn't here. Like, why are you here?
Literally, why are you here? I said I was not here. I said I wasn't home. How'd you get here?
Hell no. Niggas are crazy. I'm telling y'all, niggas are crazy. Yeah. Niggas are crazy.
Refer back to the niggas are crazy episode.
Refer back. Niggas are crazy, okay? If you need context, go ahead and listen or watch that episode because we break it down for y'all real good. Okay, well that was my last question. So we can move on to word of the week. Cue the jingle.
Oh, damn.
Wanna be smart and you wanna know how to speak? You go to Not That Complicated for the word of the week.
Woo! Period.
Oh,
we can make a TikTok to that jingle. If you record it, we can make a TikTok
visitation.
Yes.
In the video. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Remind me sometime this week. Okay,
I got you.
This week's word, Jametra go be childish, is modicum. And it's spelled MODICUM. And it means a small portion, a limited quality. It is a noun, by the way. Used in a sentence. When The Guardian ran my article on the Visual Perception and Attention Lab at Brunel University, London, and how it planned to investigate why some gamers invert their controls, I expected
a long sentence.
I expected a modicum of interest among seasoned readers of the game section.
Modicum either means a moderate amount of interest or a lot of interest. It was too long of a sentence.
A small quantity.
A small portion, limited quantity.
Yes.
Oh, I was still wrong.
A modicum of these niggas have sense.
Facts.
True.
A modicum of these niggas know how to love.
Ooh.
How to love. What's that song? Never feel my heart. You never figure out how to love.
How to love.
Lil Wayne had some nerve talking about some how to love. You need to go.
Well, baby, you don't be know how to love. But I them damn baby mamas.
Yeah, I was going to jail.
You're just being honest. Okay, so if you're new here, we got up next. Not that complicated. So, ready?
Not that complicated.
Yeah.
We're not redoing it, but it was kind of messed up. But we're not redoing it.
Okay, so for this week's Not That Complicated, say you have a boyfriend, and obviously you guys are
Break up
older
with him.
because okay, your boyfriend also has a daughter, and she's in her preteen years, and you've told her this daughter also lives with you guys, and you told her like, hey, just make sure you don't touch my things without my permission. So the way she retaliated, or the way she reacted, was she decided to cut up your wigs and super glue them and super glue
Okay.
them into a coat. So she made a coat with your wigs. And then not only did she do that, she also said, this hair ain't yours. So I touched it. And your boyfriend then tells you to get over it or move out. What you doing?
I'm gonna move out because the only reason
I
why I
wouldn't.
was
I wouldn't be in
laughing.
this predicament because I'm not. First of all, I'm not living with no boyfriend, and I'm sure as hell not living with a boyfriend and his daughter.
Put yourself in this position. You be thinking
Right,
too much.
damn,
You were
play
in
the
this position.
game.
I'm not
Dang, you
amused.
don't know how to play the
Y'all
game
was y'all
right.
was y'all was up there joked out. I don't see nothing funny.
That shit was
That is
funny.
fucking hilarious. That is a good prank. But it went past the prank when he was like, "Get over it," and then I would have got mad because I was like, I was
Oh, I
assuming
would
that you
still
were
would have
going
been
to
mad from
replace
period.
it.
Don't be cutting up my wigs.
I'm moving
I
out.
would still been mad.
See,
It was funny from
I
the
was gonna
outside. On the
assume,
inside,
yeah,
I'm not laughing.
but I'm gonna say why
I
I was
put
laughing. I
myself
was
in
laughing
the
because
shoes. That's why I wasn't laughing.
I would just assume that those are the type of pranks we play with each other, and
No,
that
these are not pranks.
my
She dead ass did that.
boyfriend.
She said, no, she said that this ain't yours, so I'm gonna touch it, and that this is what I'm gonna do with it.
Well, I'm gonna assume that my boyfriend's gonna replace it. I really did not
Obviously
like his
not, because he
response.
just told you that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what changed it for me is because I did not like that response at all. What do you mean? Get over it. And
I would have broke up
where
immediately because your daughter is bad as hell and she not respecting. Fuck no. How can I argue with you about what your daughter doing to my shit? That is causing unnecessary drama in our relationship. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave. And then for you to
girl,
tell me to get over it
get
or
out.
move out, then I'm really gonna
Yeah,
go ahead and leave because
yeah.
fuck
I'm
you and
really
your
moving
kid.
in. And first of all, what house? Where are we living that you just have agency to say get out? I'm not living nowhere with nobody where they just can say get out. That's never
Literally.
gonna be anything. You can
Mm-mm.
just tell me to get out. I don't
Mm.
live here already.
Literally. I'm just squatting at this point. I don't know. But that will never. So Morgan, what was your answer? Are you getting
Um,
out? Are you getting
it's
over
not.
it?
I'm not getting over shit. I'm leaving.
So she's moving out.
Y'all are materialistic.
Y'all both can go to hell. No, because
No, you don't have to cut out my fucking
I,
wigs.
I,
Badass little girl.
if I've been spending hundreds of dollars on each wig, and you want to tell me get over it, you can go to hell.
Yeah. That's what I think makes it worse. Like, yeah, what the little girl did is bad,
She ain't
but
little.
she's a fucking.
She 13.
She 12. You say preteen. That's
That means
11
you
or
have
12.
sense. Don't touch my stuff.
They don't.
13.
they,
You have
they
sense
don't.
enough to
13. You
realize
have
when I
enough
say
sense to
don't
know
touch
not
my
to
stuff,
cut
that means
someone's
don't
wigs up
touch my
and
stuff.
super glue them into a coat. You have enough.
I
You
agree.
have sense.
Listen, I'm not saying y'all
You
are
have
wrong,
enough
but what
sense.
I'm saying is I'm a 40-year-old because that's the only age I'm going to deal with somebody who has a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm a 40-year-old. I maybe I probably still would get out of the relationship because obviously our relationship, like me and your daughter, we're not gonna have a good relationship. So this is not gonna go anywhere. But how mad can you be at a little kid? You ain't gonna do nothing to it. Just get laugh and
I
move
can't
on.
be mad because she's not 5.
No,
She's
no, no. I'm not
13.
I'm not saying don't be mad, but it's just like don't get so worked up about stuff. I don't get worked up about material things. Let me say that to start this up. So I don't give a
Not my
damn.
wigs.
It's the
I would be
principle.
pissed. It's the fact that I
Because
told you
you
not to
really
touch my
sat
stuff, and then
there and
you
stitched my
sat
stuff
there and did
together.
something. I think it's more
Mm-hmm.
intent. It's like it's not that you touched it and something accidentally happened. You went in with the
Yeah.
intent to fuck some shit up, and it's like This little
You
this
know
little
how
girl,
long it takes to make
she's a
quarter-
psychopath. She's a
That is a
psychopath.
lot. That's a
and
long time.
disobeyed me for hours on
Yeah.
purpose.
But
And you made
why
a
did you
coat.
have to? Yeah, and I have to assume that stuff was already happening because my mom has never told me. I mean, well, she has told me stop touching her stuff, but that was after I've been stealing her stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, like
It's
that means
not
that
like
you've
I
you've had a
just
pattern of touching
randomly.
things.
Yeah,
I'm out. Y'all can have it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
I'm out
breaking
of
up with you anyway
2000.
because you told me to get out, so I'm just following orders. Well, this has been another episode.
Not
That's
That complicated. Make sure that you guys are, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you're subscribed and that you leave us a rating review. And if you're listening on any other platform, you just subscribe to us. Also, make sure you are following us on Instagram at Not That Complicated Pod. That link in that bio will take you to the YouTube channel, so you are subscribed to that. So if you're a visual type of person, you can see us live in action. You know what I'm saying? And if you're feeling real fancy, you might as well just follow the host. You can follow me at Sotasia, SEAUXTEJAH.
And me at 2_ Jametra, JAMETRA.
And I am Moashko on all social media platforms. That's MOASHCO. You already know. Coming through the dough, drop it to the flow. About to give you mo. Thanks for watching and listening.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Not New Year.
Girl, we like a month in.
Right.
You know what we didn't talk about?
It's a
Those
chicken.
white people storming the Capitol. We never talked about
Damn, the
that.
savages. The savages, the savages, the savages. Fucking snow
Look who
possums
that.
acting
You
a
already
damn
know we
fool.
think they crazy. They
Yeah,
crazy, and I hope they
been
all go to
just
jail.
crazy. They've already been locking them up. They've been
Yeah,
finding them
clank,
and
clank,
arresting them.
lock them all
Clank,
up.
clank, nigga.
Yeah.
Clank,
You want to
clank.
put your foot on Nancy Pelosi desk, or put your foot on Ray Ray.
Ray Ray gonna be putting his foot on your neck, okay?
Oh wow.
You about to be. He gonna be a bottom bitch in there. You might want to relax.
Oh my god, did y'all see the one? It was one in there talking about stuff he ain't eat because they don't provide food that fit his diet. It was like, it wasn't a vegan diet, it was something else that I can't remember what it was.
No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Starve.
All right, y'all.
No one cares.
Bye, guys.
Peace out. See you next week.
Bye.